Students gathered on campus to discuss and read literature being kept out of schools.
Next, we'll take a look at how you can avoid getting tickets while parking on campus.
Welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Matt Lee.
And I'm Kevin Ausu.
The Literary Society held its 9th annual banned book reading last week, discussing books that people have tried to get out of libraries and schools. I was there to catch the show.
Typically, when we use the word banned books, banned sounds very dramatic, right? Okay, but a lot of times some books aren't so much banned as they are challenged.
I think the goal is to bring awareness to banned books that A, they exist, B, that the reasons they're banned aren't that serious as they're made out to be.
And also that just because they're banned or challenged doesn't mean that they're not available for kids or whoever wants to buy and read them.
And ultimately we like just to kind of poke fun at the notion of banning books, so we kind of do the awkward scenes that you saw.
Her legs are apart. I lie between them. My head on her stomach.
My favorite part is kind of like learning about why they're banned and kind of like the absurdity of people sometimes.
The commander is what he is the lower part of my body. I do not say making love because that is what he's doing.
Issues of gender are really taking the forefront. I think a lot of young people are interested in questions about gender and sexuality and identity, and books are being written on that topic. As a consequence, there's more challenges to those books. So I think that we're in a cultural moment where we're very interested in sexual identity.
Books have been banned in the past for reasons from two boys kissing to discussing other religions. These events help shed light on why these books should still be allowed in schools.
A new law in South Carolina will change the retirement plans for future state employees. Pagan Glenn is reporting.
The South Carolina House Senate panel will change the future retirement plans for all new South Carolina employees. For South Carolina teachers, this could be the beginning of the 401k hybrid retirement plan.
Well, I retired last year, so I didn't have the opportunity to get on the new South Carolina retirement program, but I would love to have had that opportunity because it sounds like it's going to be better for the new teachers coming in.
A pension-style plan which guarantees a set monthly payment to retirees and an additional 401k-like option will require workers to be more responsible for their retirement savings. Under the new South Carolina optional retirement program, state workers and teachers are required to contribute 9% of their paychecks towards their retirement, and the state contributes 5% of their salaries.
As a new teacher, I don't love the fact that they're going to be taking more money out of my check. But in the long run, I am kind of happy that I did come in when they switched the plans over, because now I'm going to be making more for my retirement, and so this will be a better plan for me.
So what this means for new teachers is that when they come in, they're going to switch from a 401k, which means in the long run they will pay more taxes, but it also benefit them with more money when they retire.
I've been a teacher for 14 years, and although I'm glad that they're going to honor our retirement plan, I think it's going to be a great and beneficial program for new teachers.
The 401k option is intended to be better because the state's obligations end with its contribution to the employee's retirement account compared to the current pension system, which the state has to make a set payment every month for as long as the retiree lives. So the state and taxpayers never know exactly how much they'll have to pay out. I'm Pagan Glenn, Winthrop Close Up.
This new law will go into full effect at the end of this month.
Winthrop students are often complaining about not having enough parking spaces on campus, so we decided to take a look on the situation. Many people can recognize the frustration that arises when you're late for class and you're not able to find a parking spot, or coming back from a long day of classes to find an expensive citation on the windshield. However, this can easily be avoided.
We hear all the time about there not being adequate parking for everyone. That's not true. There's more than enough parking, it's just not convenient parking. So everybody needs to report to class or work early in order to get a space that's probably more convenient for them.
Another common complaint is getting tickets, which Howe argues can easily be avoided. The citation for failure to register your vehicle has this year been increased to $100, and other infractions such as improper parking or improper display of parking permit are now $40. To avoid citations, be sure to register your vehicle and get to class early to give yourself enough time to park properly. For more information on parking regulations, visit Winthrop Campus Police online.
A new year with new leadership rolls around for Winthrop's very own Julian Holland. As this year begins for Julian, he says he's excited about his new position on campus. Just last year, Julian was elected to be the student body vice president, along with his counterpart, Tadian Page, who was elected president. Julian says it is a great feeling to be in this position now.
It's a great feeling, honestly. It's kind of crazy thinking about it now. My freshman year, I felt like, coming into this position would be just a big undertaking. And now that I'm here and I am the vice president of the student body, I realized that, all the steps that I've taken, all the positions that I've held since my freshman year have helped me to get to this point.
Everyone here at Winthrop Close Up wishes Julian and all new elected officials good luck this year. A group of theater students wrote, directed, and performed 3 plays in a 24-hour span.
High school media comes around every year, and this year we'll find out what the point of it is.
Also, Winthrop Eagles and Spectrum Brewery Company announced their new partnership.
The Winthrop University Theater Honor Society hosted a 24-hour festival in the Black Box Theater. This festival is an event that lasts 24 hours. The group started at 5 p.m. Friday and ended 5 p.m. on Saturday. During this time frame, they had to write a script, act, direct, and perform their plays.
We jotted some ideas out there, whatever ideas we had in our head that we want to write about. And so basically what we decided on is that each 3 of us would write a separate script for separate different actors and directors.
The 3 different plays were about a boy that excelled in his algebra class but struggled with Tourette's, 2 women that talked about their new relationship, and the last play was about the 5 emotions of a man, where a man went from not paying attention to a woman to giving her all the attention in the world. If you weren't able to come out to this event, Alpha Psi Omega live streamed it on their Facebook page.
Paint and Sip Studios seems to be gaining popularity for a fun night out. Reporter Jasmine Williamson visited a studio right here in Rock Hill. Here's what she found out.
Campus. Carolina Creative Expressions is a Black-owned paint and sip studio. You can paint pre-drawn canvases and bring your own beer and wine to enjoy. Stephanie Harris, the studio's owner, belonged to the corporate world before entering the art world with a paint and sip studio.
I knew I wanted to be a business owner again. This has always been at the back of my mind. I did some research, found out that Rock Hill didn't have a paint and sip studio, so I jumped on the chance, and here I am today.
Here at Carolina Creative Expressions, you can get in touch with your own inner artist. For Harris, the studio has allowed her to work with other artists and give them a space to guide different events. Bobby Blackwell recently started working at the studio and appreciates the opportunity.
Found an ad she placed on Facebook looking for an artist, and I thought, well, this is my chance. I'm gonna claim that and be an artist, and she's given me the opportunity to do that.
Nikhil Idol hosted her sister's birthday party at the studio because of Harris and her warming spirit.
The owner, Stephanie, is fantastic. She'd love to talk to you, and she's very upfront.
For Harris, this is just the beginning. She has plans to expand her business. She's currently working on developing a nonprofit art organization for children, senior citizens, and the disabled. Jasmine Williamson, Winthrop Close Up.
If you're interested in visiting Carolina Creative Expressions, be sure to check out their website at carolinacreativeexpressions.com.
Each September, Winthrop University Theater and Dance Department, as well as the Mass Communication Department, invite students from regional high schools to come get a taste of life at Winthrop. High school students from South and North Carolina come together for a half day exploring their interests. The high school media, theater, and dance workshop day is led by faculty and some volunteer students, the classes that give an insight about the fields of media and arts to students who are looking to their futures.
My favorite part of the day is actually working with students one-on-one. It's great when I get the chance to introduce myself to everyone and give them a welcome, but I think it's that one-on-one personal attention that really sets the presentation happy.
A good number of Winthrop faculty took part in the sessions, including some of your favorite teachers, such as Dr. Meter, Dr. Schulte, Professor Bielstein, as well as many student volunteers, such as Aisha Addison and Markayla Johnson, just to name a few. This is a great opportunity for potential Winthrop students to get a feel for the campus.
The Full Spectrum Brewing Company in Fort Mill has paired up with Winthrop Athletics to bring the community together.
Fort Mill's Full Spectrum Brewing Company has introduced its newest craft beer, the Reaper Roast Amber. The beer features coffee roasted in Fort Mill and the Carolina Reaper, the world's hottest pepper, which is produced by Pucker Bucket Pepper Company, which is also in Fort Mill.
Being from Fort Mill, I know that there are a lot of Winthrop alumni here in Fort Mill, and this was a way to get people connected back to the university. I think a lot of times people think Winthrop's so far away, and this is right down the street. Amazing athletic program, and it continues to grow every year. So this was kind of a way for us to be a lighting rod to attract people back to the university. So we reached out to the athletic department, got it set up. Ken Haplin, the new AD down at Winthrop, is just amazing. Having a really good time working with them.
The department announced it has entered into a partnership with Fort Mill's Full Spectrum Brewing Company, designated the company as the official craft brewery of Winthrop Athletics. Members of the Winthrop family, as well as athletics, all came out to enjoy the new arrival.
I love Full Spectrum. They're very accommodating. They are a great place to work with and collaborate. They've got great beer, and we just love hanging out here.
Full Spectrum is not only a great way to give back to the Winthrop athletic program, but also has a great family-friendly atmosphere in the middle of Fort Mill to enjoy great craft beers and company.
We started our partnership with Full Spectrum. I got to meet Charles right when I got here to Winthrop. He's an alum and he's a really creative and entrepreneurial individual, and started a brewery right here in Fort Mill, Fort Mill's first. I came here from the Pacific Northwest where craft beer is a really big deal, so we had a natural love for craft beer and started talking about a number of things. And as he got to know more of the folks in our athletic department and we got to know more of the things he's trying to do, we were able to just come together on some really creative partnership ideas to help grow both brands together in a responsible way. And so that's this is the first of many. Where one of the things we're hoping to do is get more and more Fort Millians excited to come down to basketball games and excited to enjoy events at Winthrop.
I'm Peggy Glenn, Winthrop Close Up.
This is a great way to support both local industry and Winthrop University for a good cause.
She laces up her skates and goes to the rink to compete. Roll with us to hear what one student says about her experiences at the Junior Roller Derby Olympics.
Are college athletes being conned out of money? We'll take a closer look.
With football season upon us, we'll learn about a Rock Hill football team who faced obstacles in the past when we toss to Nick Gibson and Taylor Simpson for sports after the break.
Welcome back. I'm Nick Gibson.
And I'm Taylor Simpson.
A speedy recovery allowed this student to lace up her skates and compete in the Junior Roller Derby Olympics. Meet a Winthrop student with a story to tell. Ashley Allen shares her thoughts on her roller derby team's Junior Olympic victory only months after recovering from a car accident.
And my team, we got bronze, and that was really fun because I was like perfectly 6 months after my accident, and everybody was like, "You're already back?" Like, what? I mean, they kept making the joke.
Ashley also shares that she is thinking about trying out for the adult roller derby team since she is now in college, but that will have to wait as she is taking another sport, rock climbing, where she has been recently ropes certified.
Whether or not student athletes should get paid seems to always be an ongoing discussion. Close Up decided to take a look.
According to the NCAA, the revenue for 2016 were almost $1 billion, which yet again sparked the discussion if student athletes should get paid for their efforts or if scholarships are enough.
It's been about 2-3 years since the NCAA passed legislation that permits universities to provide what we call cost of attendance to student athletes. So currently there are additional offerings as it relates to financial aid for student athletes.
This cost of attendance is most usual among students in the bigger sports that bring in the most revenue, such as football and basketball, as they are the most likely to draw big crowds compared to other sports, such as baseball and soccer.
I think if you're at a major school with football that is bringing in 100,000 people to a game, 80,000 people, then I think in those situations, then I think you could have a discussion that a player should get paid. Same in maybe men's basketball, but I think in other sports, it's difficult to justify that.
The debate on whether or not schools should pay their student athletes will continue. While some argue that scholarship is enough payment, it begs the question if it's enough to compensate the revenue they help bring in for their colleges, coaches, the NCAA, and corporations. I'm Rasmus Arsal for Winthrop Close Up.
Student athletes have gone through recent legislation to become more compensated, but is it still enough? That question still remains.
With the women's volleyball season underway, it is important for the team to have a strong leadership. I took a look at a player who has stepped up to fill that role.
Winthrop University's volleyball team prides themselves in having a leader each and every year. One player explains how she was chosen for this role.
Well, I would say as a junior, I was asked to step up since there's only one senior as well. I would say helping with the freshmen, just making sure that they know the plays, are in the right positions, and helping them out because we have a really young team this year, so it's kind of making sure they're comfortable on the court.
Head volleyball coach Bruce Eckerson points out that while Carly is a great athlete on the court, she also excels in the classroom.
I mean, I think first and foremost, she's a student athlete. She's a strong academic student as well as a great player and definitely one of the leaders on our team. And so, she's exactly what you want in a captain.
But to be a successful leader on the court, a player has to have the respect of their teammates.
Well, Carly is very positive. She is a very easy person to look up to, especially her being a junior and I'm the freshman. We're the same position. She's always coaching me on specifics and just really helping me along, especially in tough situations on the court.
Carly is a great definition of what a student athlete should be, and we wish her and the other ladies a great season.
A tragedy with a local football team has the community at a loss. But just 1 year later, the boys are ready to get back on the field. Nick has the story.
In athletics, not all losses are on the field. Just last year, the Raham Academy's football team was traveling to their first ever game in program history when a bus accident took the lives of 2 of their teammates and injured over 40. KJ Williams talks a little bit about what it means to be back on the field.
I had something I had taken from me, and I don't know, once you get it back, it's a little more special, and you going to take it more serious. And then I don't know, I'm just ready to see my team. We succeed. We put in the work. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot, and I feel like it's going to pay off on game day.
Even though this accident is still fresh in some players' and coaches' memories, some new players are encouraging their teammates that everything will be just fine.
I try to motivate everybody that was here last year just to let them know I'm their brother, whatever they need, and what they need. They want to talk to me about it, anything. I mean, I make them feel comfortable around me. I'm a good person, and I kind of feel. I tell them don't worry about it. Y'all friends from last year got a better place, and y'all got some new brothers that really gonna care about y'all brothers that y'all lost in the past. But we just let them know that we by their side.
Our thoughts and prayers are with those at the Raham Academy as they continue their second season. That is it for sports. Back to you, Matt and Kevin.
What an amazing story from Nick. The Raham Football Academy has so much to be proud of already.
The story I'm really interested in is about the brewery. I can't wait to go out and check out the beers they have.
Yeah, I've never been there. Do you know if it's any good?
I just said I haven't been.
Yeah,
we can go together, Matt.
We can go together.
Let's go together. Thank you guys for tuning in to Winthrop Close Up. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
See you next time on Winthrop Close Up.